All right, ladies and gentlemen, what a wonderful afternoon it is for AxSEA Games. And of course, we are here to introduce ourselves. I'm Panda User. Together, joined with me is Karelin. You can see our handles right here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, and so much as Karel is a new caster with me. It's our first time together with this, so please bear with us if we have anything to do. But more on that later, guys. Thank you so much again if you are joining this stream. But yeah, Karel, tell us a little bit about yourself, my guy.
I'm Carolyn, and this is my first time casting. And I am very much Axie player since season 18, quite a bit of ranks, and I used to coach certain guild, and play a lot of FPS games.
Oh yeah, and that's wonderful, dude. Like a mix of both TCG and yes, of course, I do say so myself. I also dabble in more of the games. I play Axie as well, but yes, and speaking of Axie, as things that we want to play to earn, we are also thankful for our sponsors, and I'll be introducing Kaizen by BSPC. Battlexie Games is sponsored by Blockchain Space, the guild hub of the metaverse that enables play-to-earn guilds to scale in the metaverse. Blockchain Space has recently launched the Kaizen Dashboard, a guild dashboard for Axie Infinity guild managers with the aid of thousands of guilds and millions of players in managing their in-game assets in play-to-earn games. Starting with Axie Infinity and branching out to multiple different games in the future, head over to app.blockchainspace.asia to sign up.
Yeah, sign up, guys. And a huge shout out to our NFT sponsors, Board Punk Society, the pioneering and premier Filipino NFT brand with the goal of educating and welcoming the mass to the beauty of crypto, metaverse, and investing. And now they are awarding today's champion with one of their NFTs. And what makes that super cool is all the benefits that come with holding a Board Punks NFT includes enjoying perks and discounts from 75 or more brand partners such as Anytime Fitness, Hilton Manila, and more. Also, you gain access to exclusive channels, events, and giveaways. Also, connections of notable people in the space you can learn and thrive with. And to learn more about Board Punk Society, head over to boardpunksociety.com.
Yes, wonderful, and also more sponsors for our games. Good Game Society. It's the collection of 10,000 unique hand-drawn NFT collectibles launched on the Polygon network by gamers for gamers. They're thrown into one of the rare NFTs for today's champion. Want to be part of their society? Then check them all out on Twitter at Good Games Soc. That's SOC right there, and hop on to their Discord. And last but not least, guys, there will also be a giveaway. So our NFT sponsors are giving our viewers an NFT surprise.
Wow, so tune in, guys. 3 lucky winners of a special Board Punk Society and 4 lucky winners of Good Game Society NFTs will be drawn today. So check out the link in our caption to enter the contest for free. So good luck, everybody.
Yes, and with that being said, we are having word that we are going into the game. But yeah, I wanted to talk about the Axies, but then again, we're going to head into the game straight away. And here you have it. Dude,
right now, so this is going to be against Axie 24 versus Kose. So we're seeing right now, we're seeing a poison team from Axie, and Kose is running is that a god bug at the back line and a high damaging midline Aqua, right? Interesting. This is a very interesting lineup.
Very interesting lineup. The thing is with Axie's lineup, I want to talk about more on this before we move on to Kose's. The parts are, yes, of course it's the poison build-up, but also at the same time I've noticed it also deals the tail part.
It's different.
Different. It's not the grass snake. It's so it minuses the attack also of the back line, which is really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's a really good part to have with this lineup, and it's very smart. But you know what? I think what bothers me the most is the horn part because it's a heal. But then again, I haven't seen much of this.
Yeah, both of them have heals at the back line.
Yeah.
So we're gonna expect a lot more Blood Moon games between these two.
Yeah, I mean, if it does come to that, if it reaches round 10, but the thing is, with this lineup that Kosei has, or we can head on over to his side, this is a lot of damage, and I mean a lot, and especially if that Aqua, on Kosei's second line, it can deal so much damage. Also, in terms of aside of having these
so
cards,
the cards are up.
Yeah,
the cards are up. Let's just wait for the players to play their cards. So I believe Kosei does have all of his plant cards, and meanwhile Aku, doesn't have that much cards to play. However, with this round, turn 1, I believe he can go for a steal.
the
decided to pass. Okay, they decided to pass, and Aku plays 1 Yam, 1 Vegetable Bite, getting the steal off, and that is a great value, but there's no value for the Yam. So let's see how would Kosei respond in the next round. And both of them with very, very much high energy. They're running at 6 next. So we'll see how will they act on.
Yeah. On Kosei's part, he could use the prickly trap. But the thing is, like, I think he's gunning for saving more parts. Because I think the real damage dealer here is Kosei's insect. The insect parts, because
so here we go. Now going at round 3, that's 1 Scarab Curse, 1 Arco, and 1 now I believe Aku anticipated that, so he managed to play with it. He managed to brick wall, and at the same time poisoning the mid line, and that's gonna hurt so bad. So leaving Kosei with 5 stacks of poisonous plant with 3 stacks of poisonous mid line. So that's really gonna be trouble in the late game. However, Aku's plant is now down to like low HP at 69, but it is very much a high value gaining, but it doesn't gain that much energy because Leaf Bug doesn't chain with a bug card.
Yeah, I'm surprised. He could have at least used the bug card.
And when he played at Nemo, it's still alive. However, okay, so he played Exo 3 cards, and that's enough to delete Aku's plant. So now it leaves Aku with 2 Axies and Kosei running still at 3. Everyone is still at high health, but that poison, man. I mean, the poison's gonna be a lot of trouble later.
The thing is, I think Aku's in a bit of trouble himself, but he's waiting for combo cards. But right now, I think he has the capability of doing it.
Now I think he is running. So Kosei runs 1 Tail Snap, 1 Scarab, and here we go. Here's the jump. That's 1 Wing Horn, 1 Grass Snake, and 1 adding another stack of poison. That would probably and the jump, the surprise jump. However, I think Kosei anticipated that and put up a snail shell, and that's a great anticipation on Kosei's part. However, that midline is really low on HP right now, so
it's about to die.
Yes, actually. So right now Aku is trying to heal up, and that I think that will be enough to take out the midline. Now it's in a 2v1 situation. So now here we go. This is the part where
it's going to be a save game.
So he really wants to take out that backline. However, Kosei always anticipates and plays 1 snail shell, and that's really good on this part. And he's topping up. Oh my god, that mosquito bite is so much healing. Okay, so here we go. Now it's Blood Moon. That's 1 Gila. Will that be enough? No, and that's stunned again.
Yeah, but the thing is, Kosei doesn't have cards.
Kosei doesn't have. Yes, he doesn't have heals.
Yeah, he doesn't have heals. I think he's dead with this.
I think he's done since
he's much faster.
Wait, he decides to heal. He decides to heal. Okay, so Kosei may have a chance to top up because that mosquito is a lot of healing.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's actually well said because oh, he's just healing.
So he's just
This is-
healing. He has
I think that's
double
not
healing.
really bad though.
Yeah, I don't think that's still enough. But actually, the poison text is what I mentioned earlier. That's gonna give Kosei a lot of. At 4 stacks of poison.
Oh,
is
it's dead. It's dead.
Yes,
It's
that's
the
a
third one.
GG. So yeah,
Oh, dude, it could have been a draw.
24. That's
Yeah.
1-0. That
That
was
is
really
1-0.
impressive, yeah. Yeah.
And the thing is, like, with how Aku built up the poison, and yeah, that's really well said on your part, Karel, and that when the poison build up, it mattered also with the delays. I think the heals were really good at that part, but
Mhm.
you can't really expect the cards. I think it's just on Kosei's part. He didn't have the card draw for that.
Mhm. And
Because he
credit
used
to
all his
Cozy, too.
cards.
Yeah.
And at the beginning, he never drew any of his bug cards. Like it
Yes,
was very
that is
exciting to see.
Yeah.
So it went all to the aqua. Even as the aqua was dying, it was still drawing aqua cards. So
yeah.
based on what was happening, like it was very hard for Kosei to try and recover from damage and try to recover the Axie as well.
But huge credits to Kosei though. I mean, he was able to anticipate all the backdoors. I mean, you seen
Yeah,
how
that's
many
true.
times that
He predicted it 3 times.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, he
Three
predicted
times.
the snail shell. I mean, the snail shell was huge too. I mean, that was a good call on his part. I mean, his decision making is good.
Yeah.
All right.
And
So
word that we're going to the next game. Wow.
right. So
These are really fast,
Dash
my
2.
guy.
all right. So we're gonna see any adjustments. All right. So Kosei, I think he changed this front line. So instead of a sustain plant earlier, so he opted for a faster dust. I mean, this is like a really strong dust that we get to see a lot in the meta. However, Aku has answers to that. Look at this. We're seeing shrimp.
We're seeing shrimp and a sneaky raid mech, dude.
And
that
the
makes
legendary
the god mech,
mech.
dude.
Yes, the God Mech that has been terrorizing the entire season 19 for everybody. See,
I love that Aku has a lot of free cards, especially for Twin Needle and the Thunderbite right there, dude. That's gonna deal so much damage, and they're free cards as well. So it doesn't matter if there's no energy gain except for the plan, but
Yes.
still, free cards matter so much for the God Aqua and for the Shrimp.
yeah. So in this game, it will rely on the draws, on how Kosei will get to that back line. Unfortunately,
That is
he didn't draw that much cards, so he started with a pumpkin and a leaf bug, getting value with both cards, getting a draw and getting energy. And yeah, so let's see how would Kosei respond to this. I mean, he has the cards to go aggressive. So yes, he decides to go aggressive. That's one tail slap, double scarab, and yeah, unfortunately, Aki didn't have that much cards to play, so he has to pass. So one Goda gets one value, one energy off, double sandal. That's enough to take out the back line. Ah, that's huge. And okay, so he decides to go to the front this time. So that's
Double damage though.
double damage. Right, and I think that's enough.
Ooh, overkill.
That was an overkill, but yeah. And okay, so this time is going for
It's going for
double
the front.
Orandus. Yeah, he decides to go for the front. Oh, is
Double
that
damage?
no? It's
No, it
not
wasn't enough,
It
dude.
wasn't enough. That's one Arco, one, and he still gets a value off that tail slap, which is very good. And that was very nice that Aki
raid.
that was very good for Aki on that part. Oh, and that crit. And I think that's enough. Okay, so we're going into a 1v1, a God Mech versus a God Rep. Who will win this time? Okay,
Well,
Aki decides to pass. Oh,
Gosh.
decides to pass.
But I think that's still good with the pass because you save energy at the same time.
Mhm.
But still, how will this end up? Kay
Okay,
multi
so
hit
that's
goes
for
down.
for Furball. That was a very good card arrangement on Aki's part. So leaving the lowest damage on the third. Okay, this time it's
It's dead.
Caterpillar. Oh my god, it's GG. So Kosei takes the match.
Oh, dude.
That's an amazing display, man. I am amazed with these two players.
Yeah, they both predicted each other's what do you call this card
Mhm.
matchups, and at the same time, uh, what do you call this? Like the armor was spot on, and also at the same time, the bug will at the end of the day versus the mech would have. It just shreds down the Axie, and especially both of the Axies have gotten their cards, but at the same time, at the end of the day, even if you're the first to act on this, dude, the mosquito bite, especially on a bug,
Yeah, it's a huge
it's
heal.
really good. It's a
really
huge boon,
massive.
dude.
Yeah. I think it would have been Aki's game if he actually drew a shrimp. I mean, like it was the entire game. I didn't see that shrimp card. So if you could, like single burst down that god bug at the back line, I think it would be like a different ball game.
That's so true because I mean it's a very big challenge. It was a very big wall for what do you call this our players. But yeah, the score is 1-1. So so Kosei is coming back into this, but I'm excited. Players might be switching up their axes right now. The possibilities are endless for the players. But yeah, I like the dusk aggression. Like that dealt so much damage at the same time. So it's like it's a breath of fresh air that at least the front line will be dealing the damage this time, and the back lines, like let's say the mech or the bugs are gunning for their cards, which is a good thing because you want to save your cards and want to save your energy. But both players are what I say is like they really like to bank on their burst thing instead of preemptive strikes. Like let's say the first turn, you go guns blazing with 3 cards.
All right.
But yeah, okay. But yeah, enough about that. It looks like we're about to see the players' next cards.
We'll be seeing
sorry.
Right. So Aki decides to go back to his team that works for him during round 1, right? And Kosei changed it up a bit, so he switched his Aqua instead of the mid line. He decided to put it in the back, which is interesting.
It is interesting. Maybe he doesn't want the damage down. The thing is, do you really want that?
Maybe he was anticipating that Aki was gonna run the mech at the back line, so he could 1v1 with an Aqua. So because Aqua will always go faster than a mech, so
and it will deny the heals.
Yes, so maybe he was anticipating that. So, but then again, there's the Scarab for the back line of Aki. So yes, the Rosebud is not gonna bring out much value. So okay, so we're coming at round 1. So Aki decides to play 1 Vegetal Bite, 1 Pumpkin. Gets 1 Steel and 1 extra card. And Kosei decides to pass in round 1. He doesn't have that much cards to play though.
Yeah, Kosei's really deciding that what do you call this? It's much better to bank on the cards right now than burst, which is doing right now.
Okay, Kosei's turn now to attack. There's 1 Scarab, 1 Piranha, 1 Tail Slap, and 1 Scaly Lunge, 1 Caterpillar. Okay, 1 Twin Tail. And one Caterpillar. I think that is enough. I think he was anticipating a shield right there.
Yeah, probably.
So this guy's placing back and forth. Okay, the one player pass and then 1 attacks, and
Oh, dude, that's going to
so attack you. Let's go. That's a lot of burst damage. Okay, so now Kosei's axes are both poisoned at the same time. Very, very low. So Kosei is running into a bit of trouble right now. So let's just see how he responds. So that's 1 Tail Slap, 1 Arco, 1 Piranha. I think that's Aki plays
I'm surprised he didn't smart shot.
So maybe he's anticipating the shields. So maybe the Snail Shell. Okay, but that healing, that's a huge amount of heals. But still, okay, so Kosei decides to 1 Scarab Bite. I think that would be enough to put on a last stand, and 1 Goda. That's destroying 1 energy, ensuring that Akio doesn't have that much energy in the next round. Okay, that's 1 heal. Okay, so now we're seeing a 3v1 situation, ladies and gentlemen. So both running at 2 energy coming into the next round. This is gonna be...
Yeah, I mean... Aku could at least potentially damage the front line, and leaving the insect, the bug behind. but still, it's his call. But if he attacks twice, it's fine. Because the Aqua and the backline of Kose is going to die anyway. Or maybe the Aqua could do at least 2 damage cards if he draws any card. Oh, decides to pass
that's a nice. Yeah, that was a nice caterpillar. Maybe he was anticipating that Aki would shield up, and since he knew that Aki was just has 2 energy, and he decides to pass so that he can burst next round. So yeah, Kosei's Aqua is pretty much dead. So Aki is deciding to go in the front. That's double Gila, and
that's dead.
Okay, that's enough to take out the front line. Okay, so now we are back to this 1v1 situation. However, the energy advantage goes to Kosei right now. And
but he has to be careful of not playing too much cards, and has to reserve energy as well at the same time.
Yes, and Aki decides to pass this time. And there we go. So there's a Gila. The Gila has a huge value too, like reducing the damage. However, using a lower card, that will also like negate the effect.
Yeah, but Kosei has so much damage. I think Kosei has got this potentially, but the unneeded snail shell.
Okay, so it's one snail shell. Damage. Yes. So since Aki was like always going first, so I think he still has a chance to heal.
Oh, dude, he's dead though.
Double Gila, 1, double Rosebud.
So the heal missed, so he's gonna die. He's gonna die.
No.
And as I say it, yeah, he's dead.
So Kosei takes the game. That's a GG for both. I mean, like Akio is very, very patient when he's playing with his cards. However, it's really tough to deal with that God bug, the so-called God bug.
Yeah, and it was very smart for Kosei too, because knowing that he might be going back to the original lineup, all of a sudden, boom! The god bugs in the middle is such a nightmare for Aki, and very well played by Kosei. You know, what I say about Kosei, he's been in the Axie scene for so long that he instead of switching axes up, he switches positions. He predicts very well. Like, dude, this guy's been in the scene for so long that I think he's basically got the predictions down, and with what Kosei has been doing, it's been really good for him.
Yeah, and what's good about that lineup is that in case Aki runs that shrimp again, he may have a chance to deal with. He may stand a good chance because of the Aqua backline, and then that bug is like really, really hard to break, especially with that snail shell and that a lot of healing. So yeah. So that's a pretty good decision.
It was pretty good as well. I'm just surprised that Aki didn't. Well, then again, the banning system did happen already, so at least he could have gone back to another lineup. But still, apparently it didn't work because you know how devastating the God bug was. But Kosei really stuck to his guns and just switched positions instead of Axis instead.
Yeah.
So it's been pretty crazy. But the thing is, with how things are flowing right now, it's been really good for Kosei, and as a player in the scene very long, I'd say he's in a good spot right now.
Yeah, I guess Kosei made a good name for himself, and I mean, it was an amazing display. I mean, both players are really good. Like they were like filling out each other.
That's how things so. And yeah, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are going into a short break, but don't go anywhere, guys. Tune into the stream and just keep watching. I'm Panda User, and this is Carolyn. We'll see you guys in a bit. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Magandang hapon sa inyo. Welcome to all our viewers right now. I'm Panda User. Together with me is Karelin. How are you feeling about that last match, my guy?
Man, that was intense. I mean, I'm all fired up. I can't wait to like finish the entire match and then like play my own Axies, man. I'm hyped. Damn.
Yeah, dude. The feeling's mutual. Like, especially with the new Origin games that is shown right now. But still, the games won't be shown in Origin. It's going to be shown in version 2 right now. But still, it's as exciting, as we see the players battle it out with each other, and what do you call this? We get to see what's going on in the players' play-by-play. What cards are they predicting? Can they predict their opponents and such? It's always a battle of mind games. It's also, the card draw. I mean, if anything, like you would say so yourself, it's always the card draw that messes up
the
with
cards.
the player strategy. Yeah, dude. Heart of the cards.
Friends, all right.
Yeah, because it's always something we have to deal with, like especially in any card game. You have to deal with RNG, but still, every player and every Axie that they build, or even let's say the managers what they give to their scholars to play with, they prepare them. At least the Axies themselves is also a guide to, like, prepare yourself for the worst RNG, and you have to deal with it yourself. That's why we have cards like October Treat, to draw cards if you still have the armor. We have Heroic that also draws cards. Those are a few examples, example. And then there's always some way that players have to prepare for the worst. So that's why there are some cards that help with that, but at the end of the day, it's still have to prepare for the worst, and as I always say in my cast, dude, you always expect the unexpected.
Yeah, and also there's crits.
Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. I always forget to mention that because I rarely get to see it, but when I casted my games together with in my experience with G10, shout outs to him, it's always been like, what if we just see a crit, in the next turn? And when it happens, dude, like every time, dude, it's like a caster's curse. Like, but so far right now, there hasn't been any. But yeah, we are going into the next game right now. Yeah, let's hope not, dude. Yeah,
we don't talk about that.
we don't talk about that.
Okay, so Terua against Excel, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Terua is
Indonesia
versus Thailand. So interesting lineup by Terua is using double plant and the ever so popular Indes Polacco Elijah Bird.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. I mean, this has been like the meta since season 18, right? Oh, so wait, they're hopping in at round 1. All right, so Terua is playing very
dude!
dagger. That's a huge value, drawing 2 cards, 1 Peacemaker, and XL doesn't get value with that. With double veg bite, that gets nothing to steal. So now Terua still plays very aggressive. It's on aggression. Oh, look at that! And there's no
holds barred, dude. Rage in a cage.
Okay, so we're gonna expect next round. I believe XL is probably gonna jump. He's gonna take out that bird.
Oh,
and that's
dude,
what
even egg bomb.
Yeah, so that's what there's not much value with that egg bomb. So yeah, that shrimp is gonna take out that backliner. So yeah, so there's bye bird and 1 Goda taking off 1 energy from XL. So they're both now sitting at 2 energy.
I mean, what I can say is the bird did its job. It dealt all the damage, and it took out the front line.
Yes. It would have been nice if he drew a balloon there that time. Okay, so that's 1 cattail, 1 cattail, and 1 sandal.
He can keep going front for XL because he's
very much comfortable.
It's comfortable, and Terry was in a bit of a bad spot, and those are the only damage cards he actually has. Now that I realize.
Okay, so now there's a 1v1 situation. I believe so. The mech is gonna deal a lot damage to that. That's double dual blade, a fur ball, and a twin tail, leaving Terra's HP down to 43.
Yeah.
That's one heal, and then one numbing Lucretion and double Bidens.
Yeah, the double Bidens. Oh yeah, but he has the.
Okay, so
oh,
this
dude,
is
that's
game.
dead.
This
That
is
is more
game.
than dead.
Okay, so
More
I
than
believe-
dead overkill.
Okay, so XL takes round 1. I mean, that mech
Yeah.
is deadly.
Yeah, and also the fact that both backdoor axes, the god mech and the shrimp, dude, that bird's like literally bye-bye. That's why
Yes.
we saw it in the first round that
Mhm.
you deal the most damage that you can and make the most use out of the bird. It's a good thing
Yeah.
too. Like
Yeah.
Teriwa actually drew cards that was needed for the bird at least to initiate, and it was a good thing. But at the end of the day, the backdoor just won it for Excel right there, and it was very devastating to see. Even though he lost the front line, but at the same time, the front line of Teriwa couldn't really do anything at the same time. It took out.
exactly.
It may have taken out the first front line of Excel, but it didn't matter because the damage dealers at the end of the day wasn't enough.
But on the part of Terwa, it was like he was able to like use the good value out of his bird. And that was very unfortunate that he wasn't able to draw a balloon. I mean, if he draw a balloon that time, causing the shrimp to hit the front line, and he would like draw an extra cards in his bird that would like take out the midliner faster. I mean, so yeah, that would have been a different game as well. So yeah, it really is.
Yeah, it would have.
So yeah, we're going into round 2, right?
Yeah, I think we have word that we're going into round number 2.
All right, so here we go. So no switches.
No switches, even from both players.
Yes,
I think
both-
these are the axes that they were dealt with. I guess
Yeah,
seeing how it is.
they're very much comfortable with both axes, with what axes they're using. So yeah, let's see if Terwa will be able to swing back with his team.
The thing is,
Right.
it's going to be devastating for Teriwa if he just doesn't go all in right now. But then again, that wouldn't be the case.
So coming in at round 1, now we already see XL as a shrimp. So now he's just probably gonna wait for it. But unfortunately, he doesn't have that much cards yet.
Yeah, but still, now it's going to get poisoned for
Oh,
4
he's
stacks.
gonna get poisoned for 4 stacks and a balloon, and that's gonna hurt a lot for the bird. And with one Goda, that's destroying 1 energy.
Oh, dude, that's
And
overkill right
that's
there.
overkill again on the part of Terua. However, this time XL doesn't have that much cards in his Aqua. But if you can see, there's a follow-up damage. Oh, and that's enough, I think.
Oh, dude, and XL wastes no time in dealing damage. A
Oh,
critical hit as
And
well.
then we got a critical, as we mentioned earlier.
Yeah, but it's just minor damage, but still, it's still something that matters most. And oh, is this enough? It's enough.
That's enough. Oh, that was a very, very good play on XL's part.
Yeah, I don't think
So-
Terry was gonna survive this. Like
Yes.
this plant, the god plant can do only so much, but the thing is, it's just gonna keep taking so much
Yes.
damage, and it cannot recover.
Yeah, so right now all XL needs to do is chip down the plant, and this is pretty much
That's
GG.
pretty much game. It's pretty much game.
Yes.
Even with the draw art mechanic, the
Yes,
twin
that's
needle and the juggle.
Listen, yeah, even though Furball has been nerfed, after season 19, it still hurts a lot. I mean, like with the mech skill calculation, it still has it deals a lot of damage, even though even though it's balanced. So yeah.
Yeah, and seeing that the poison also ticked off, like it's really devastating. But
Yeah.
there you have it, a 2-0 immediately by our players right there. But still, I think with that being said, the lineups were really on Excel's favor, and with the 2-0, and nothing really changed with the Axie. So I guess it is what it is. It happened, and even though you changed the positions, the card draw was nice for both players. Nothing was like out of place. But it happened, dude. That's a 2-0 right there.
With the cards being dealt, I mean, both players did a pretty good job with their Axies. I mean,
They
like
did.
it's what it is. It is what it is on the card draw,
Mhm.
and yeah.
But yeah,
So,
with that being said, I think we are going to go with the break. But yeah, again, guys, don't go anywhere. Please continue to tune in the stream and keep watching. I'm Panda User. Together with me is,
Carolyn,
and
and
yes,
see you later, guys.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Panda User together with Miss Carellen. Good afternoon to you guys. Hope you guys have been enjoying the games. But yeah, we're back for some more Axie Infinity action. But yeah, I mean, Carellen, how did you feel about that last game?
And yeah, it's actually quite refreshing. We get
Mm,
to see a lot more variety. I mean, it's not just like everybody is running this Axie for the entire tournament. So yeah, there's a lot more changes. I mean, like this is the second time that we ever get to see shrimp and mech. However, we get to see like double plant. Then we get to see the god bug earlier. So yeah, it's kind of nice.
it was like you get to see like different views, but at the same time it's something that the players are prepared to do as well. And there are some axes that we haven't seen actually. The God Aqua, the Coco Aquas, maybe those were banned. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I think those were banned. So, and also the god, the reflectiles, as you would
Mhm.
eloquently put it, as we all would put it. We haven't seen any. Yeah, so far, with with things being said again, guys, yeah, also since we're still here, again, we'd like to thank our sponsor Kaizen by BSP PC. The AxSEA Games is sponsored by Blockchain Space, the guild hub of Metaverse that enables play to earn guilds to scale in the Metaverse. Blockchain Space has recently launched the Kaizen Dashboard, a guild dashboard for Axie Infinity guild managers that will aid thousands of guilds and millions of players in managing their in-game assets and play-to-earn games, starting with Axie Infinity and branching out to multiple different games in the future. Head over to app.blockchainspace.asia to sign up. Yes, and again, right now we are just waiting for the players to
Yeah,
get
yeah,
into the games. I think they're just really picking their axes up right now because
yeah. The
again, it's all
preparations.
about the preparation and mind games, dude.
Uh-huh. Yeah, what's different about playing in the tournament and playing in ranked is that
Mhm.
when you play in ranked, you only get to like pick this certain team, and then you wouldn't know what queue that or what you're gonna face up against. But this time, you really have to think about what the other player is running. So you really
That's
have to
true,
like
dude. That's so
decide.
true.
So the mind games is like very very much different in a tournament setup.
Yeah,
So
because
yeah.
it's very nerve wracking. Like, are you going to pick this? Are you going to pick that? I'm confused. Like,
Mm,
did you expect this? Did you expect that? It's all like a mash of theories when it comes to these players. But still,
yeah.
again, as you said, we get to see like double plans. We get to see something refreshing, something different. But again, at the end of the day, when it doesn't work out for the player, you're just gonna have to deal with the punches and keep rolling.
Yeah, so overall, we've already seen like a poison team, we've seen like a bug team. So I'm actually excited, or well, I would really love to see people run, let's say like double aquas, or maybe disable source, or maybe terminators. I mean, like they've been like terrorizing the ladder. So yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, we'll see what the players are gonna bring up during the next match.
Yeah, I mean, it's all up to the players on how they form their teams. So far, I think the only thing that we really haven't seen is the discard meta. But the thing is, running double bug isn't really a thing right now. So
Mm-hmm.
as we've seen it, but still, it's really dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're going into the game, if I'm not mistaken. But still, oh
All
yeah, we
right.
are going into the game.
So we're hopping into the game. All right. So we're seeing a very, very tanky lineup from Drewy. And Drewy is our second player from Thailand, I believe. And Shiksha coming from Vietnam. Right? So interesting lineup. So we're seeing another variety of axes here.
Hmm.
So so this is
But
a very, very like yeah, this is a very,
very
very
unique.
tanky. Yeah, very unique lineup on the part of Drewy.
I think it was focusing more on the part that you know um I think it was supposed to be against birds, but the thing is right
Mm-hmm.
now it's going to be very dependent on how things are going to go. Maybe burst down the front line at the same time with the scaly, and also at the same time dealing damage to at least get through. But still,
Mm-hmm.
like it's going to be very what do you call this? A very situational part for Drewy,
Yeah.
because the surprise invasion will definitely help out. But the thing is, he's gonna have to keep himself alive to at least take down Chicksha at the same time.
So Shiksha is running a high damage team. Meanwhile, Drewy runs a lot more sustain, right? So if you can see, it's Drewy's setup is very, very tanky. That's a huge amount of shields, but it does require a lot of energy, though.
Yeah, it does. When we've seen this, or as we see the aspect right now,
the only good thing about Drewy's setup here is that the Kotaro, if it hits any of the three axes of Shiksha, it will ensure to gain energy. Because that is like a very slow reptile, so yeah, that's 100% guarantee for an energy gain. So he needs to like, Drewy's team doesn't have that much energy gaining potential, but as long as he puts up or he draws Kotaro, I mean that will be like a huge swing for him.
Yeah, because it's. But the thing is, yeah, again, he has to get through at least the front line. No, actually, I think that Dusk is faster than the reptile, if I'm not mistaken.
So yeah, so even if he plays Kotaro in round 1, he definitely gains 1 energy out of it. So
yeah,
I believe so. Shiksha is gonna have to like burst down all of those axes. However, this midliner, I am a lot more scared with this midliner axie of Drewy. If you can see, there's Wall Gecko and Cerastes. I mean, his Cerastes also has a huge value because every axie of Shiksha is faster, so he gets the damage bonus up. At the same time, the turnip rocket is also hard.
Oh, dude, double energy, let's go. Oh, he doesn't do it.
So since Shiksha is faster, he guarantees 2 card draws so that Hair Dagger, leaving Drewy's tank with 33 HP. I don't think that's enough to like protect, or he doesn't have any much cards in his front line though. So if you can see,
things are going okay for Shiksha in terms of damage, but still,
that was a decent round 1, yes.
Yes, but the thing is, it's very dangerous for him at the same time because we're going to have to see that if he can still hold on. Oh, he drew more cards, which is really
drew
cool.
more cards. That was a very good value at the part of Drewy for playing that 1 cattail, and Shiksha managed to take out 1 energy from Drewy. Okay,
right
so
now, Drewy has at least farmed more cards. At the same time, he's going to burst down. I think he is.
Yes.
He's still going to get more damage, to be honest.
Yeah. So right now, Drewy really needs to play all those cards on his midline. So yeah, right again, he gets the energy gain and
nice.
Yes.
I think one
one
be nice. Oh, okay. He saves it, I guess. But right now, is he going to go for? Oh yeah, he's going for it.
Okay, so
is he going to survive?
No, I believe not. Oh wait, hang on.
Because Wall Gecko.
Wall Gecko.
Oh no, he did not.
That was huge. All right, so we're coming in at round 5. So now it's a 2v1 situation. That's double Arco from Shiksha. Double Arco that disables the range cards though. So,
so both Axies cannot throw their what do you call the Scarab and at the same time Hair Dagger. Oh, but is it still enough? Well, at least the Aqua goes down.
And here we go. So
I don't think
the 4 cards. I don't think that would be. Okay,
it's not enough.
Oh,
as I say, it's not enough. It's actually enough, dude. Oh, there you have it. Like, as I say, the caster's curse. As I say, well, it's not gonna be enough, right? No, dude. The critical hit happens. I didn't even call that.
I believe that will be enough, as Max Hero would deal 85 damage. So I think that would be enough to like put put the backline to last stand. So I think the crit was like kind of like unnecessary. I think that would be like enough to deal damage though. So
Yeah,
this
but
one,
still, things happen. Like, oh, geez, it's such a devastating thing to see. But still, it is what it is, man. At the end of
yeah,
the day.
and that was finishing with style.
Mhm. But still, dude, the heroic that dealt the damage, it was really enough. Like,
Uh,
it's a devastating thing to see that it was a critical bit. But yeah, again, it is what it is.
yeah. Well, that's Shiksha takes round one, so we'll see if Drewy needs to change. I believe he really needs answers to this high damage composition from Shiksha.
Actually,
Yeah.
he could potentially change the backline. I mean, it was supposed to combo the front
Mm,
plant, but still,
yeah.
the damage wise, it was still there. I think the
Mm,
Cerastus is really good and the Wall Gecko, but at the same time, um maybe put that in the back and try to farm for more cards and then change it up in the middle. But still,
mm,
it's just theories right now. It could be like the axie switching. So this is why it's taking some time for the players to make the decisions. But still, they have a limited time, so they're gonna have to be,
mhm.
again, they're gonna have to predict which axes are gonna come out, and which axes to predict at the same time.
Yes, and of course the restrictions of what axes that they're able to like pull out.
Mm.
So yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's very true. With how things are going for the players, I think it's pretty much clear cut and dry that it's still continuing and such. But still,
Mhm.
it's up to the player on how they deal with some
Yeah.
mechanics as well. Still, worst possible situation aside from Cardo is really the critical
Mm,
hits.
yeah.
You can never tell what happens in a game unless at the end of the day, do we see this and do we see that from the player?
Yeah.
The card draws, the way they position their cards and such. It's all up to them.
Hmm. And if you noticed, I mean, since the early game, mechs have been dominating the entire tournament, right?
Mechs have been dealing so much damage at the same time. Very devastating to see, like, mechs to see that they're the new beasts per se, and also they're
Hmm.
really quick at the same time. They may not
Uh,
have the morale energy, but still. It still deals the most damage as well, and we've seen them dominate in tournaments.
yeah. All right. So we're hopping at round two,
Yeah.
game number two, right? So okay. So oh, here we go. Now we're
Oh, we see the
seeing
reflector. Let's
the
go.
we're seeing the God Reptile, ladies and gentlemen. This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, and as we say this time the mech is in the middle. It's not in the back line anymore. But still,
Hmm.
this is still going to be really good right now. For Shiksha, but still, is it really good at the end of the day? But yeah, I don't know. As I saying this, I think the tiny swing really makes the most out of this situation.
Uh-huh. And yeah, I believe so. Shiksha has, I think the premium reflectile. I think that's probably the lowest speed with both parts being the plant. I mean, the eyes and ears parts are both
Yeah.
plants. So yeah, the speed I believe is 39. So yeah, this is the cream de la cream of the reflectiles.
Yeah. Well, as you know, the game's still loading in right now, but still, in terms of Axie wise, I think Shiksha is really going to benefit from this game if he can at least, make it reach above and
Mm.
beyond round
Hmm.
4. But still,
Yeah.
it's still cool. For Drewy, he's gonna have a hard time, to be honest, especially with
Mm.
Bulwark there, and most of the skills of what do you call this? Most of the skills of Drewy is really
Mhm.
melee oriented, so he's gonna have a really tough time.
Yeah, it will depend now for Shiksha on how is he going to take out that mid line. I mean, like the possible threat for Shiksha right now is like the mid line because in 1v1 situation, the Reflector will still do good with this back line for Drewy. So whoever like takes out that mid line first is probably gonna take the game.
That's true.
So yeah, that's what I think. So.
Yeah, even with the radish, like sorry, the turnip rocket. This is basically a radish, but so, we think even with this in their lineup in Wall Gecko, is it really going to be enough though?
Yeah, since earlier Shiksha was like using 2 Axies to take out that mid line, so he needs a lot of cards, especially if he triggered double Wall Gecko. It's really a tough mid liner to break. So right now, since Shiksha is like using a different Axie at the back line, so he may need a lot more cards to take out that mid.
Yeah, that's true. Well, the game still is loading in right now, so we get to see.
So
And
yeah,
as I see,
so here we go. Round 1. There's the lunge combo that we talked about earlier. So that he gets the damage bonus, and there's one sandal and another scaly lunge, leaving Shiksha's frontline dusk at 59 HP. So this time it's a very good round 1 for Drewy, because that the earlier match, right? So Shiksha was able to like deal a lot of damage too with the front lines, and right now Drewy gets a lot more value in his front line this time.
yeah, that's so true. But the thing is, the way things are going right now, at least for Shiksha, it could be dangerous, but at least on the next turn he could get more cards at the same time. We're yet to see the card draw so far.
Okay, so this time it's Shiksha's turn. 1 hair dagger ensures the card draw. There's 1 Arco and 1 hero, dealing a lot of damage. And yeah, so since that dusk speed value is really huge, so again, the Kataro gets Drewy 1 energy, but it was able to Shiksha's plan was able to survive. Oh, again, and another crit.
Turnip rocket.
Man, Turnip Rocket and Wall Gecko, that was enough to take out that front line. So again, so right now Shiksha decides to pass and played 1 Gecko. So right now this is go time for Shiksha. I believe he knows now that Drewy doesn't have a Wall Gecko, so it's go time. So really has to take out the mid line. And as I said, 4 card combo, that is enough. And the double
swing!
Oh my god, that is a very good pass through damage. So right now,
and even with the damage that Drewy is, the protection that Drewy is, it's not gonna be enough.
oh my god, and that is GG for Shiksha.
Yeah, dude. Shiksha taking it 2-0.
Yeah. You know, the good part for Shiksha there is he waited for that Wall Gecko. He passed and he knew that Drewy is gonna play the Wall Gecko, so he evaded it. He avoided it, and then he just comboed it in the next round. At the same time, the pass-through damage of the double tiny swing, that hurts a lot for Drewy. So yeah, good job for Shiksha. That was a really, really good play.
Yeah, and with the things that I've been going through right now for Shiksha, like he with the damage, and even though with the adjustments as well, especially with that adjustment, dude, tiny swing meant so much for him, and
yes, that was huge
very
damage.
spot on. Yep.
And considering that there were no cards played on the back line, so there were no shields, so those tiny swings guaranteed a lot more damage to the back line. Yeah.
That's very true. And yeah, with that being said, I think we are going to go into a break. Again, guys, thank you so much for joining us. But again, please stay tuned. We're still going to be having some more games. Again, I'm Pan the User. Together with me is
Carolyn. And we'll see you later.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I'm Panda User together with Miss Karelin, and we are back for some more Axie Infinity action. And this time it's going to be Bean of Vietnam versus Kwai Wasud from Thailand. I mean, we could potentially be seeing more Axies that we haven't seen. Maybe we even get to see a double bug. Maybe, just maybe though.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm very much excited to see what these two players are gonna bring out the table. So yeah, bring out to the table.
Yeah, but still, it still depends because again, there was a banning system with the players, so I think it'll be a sight to see. I mean, if there's anything that's going to be unique, but still, it's still up to the players. Like, I was very surprised with the poison as well, the mechanics. It could have been something that was really nice, but still, it didn't see the light of day to advance because again, aside from it lacking damage and delaying tactics, it really wasn't dealing as much as it could have.
Yeah, and I guess that poison team earlier got countered hard so bad. So yeah.
But again, we are still waiting for the players. We're waiting for what Axie teams they're going to be bringing. But still, I think it's still up to them as well because since the Axies are basically open for the players to see. It's one thing, so they may be scouting each other. They may be trying to predict some things, but still, I think overthinking when it comes to the players is going to be mind numbing, and it could break a player if they don't relax.
Yeah.
So I guess especially in a tournament,
Yeah.
you would see some panic within some players, but these are most are professionals and some are maybe new to the scene, but still okay, and just got word that we are going into the game. But as at the end of the day, we will be seeing some Axie Infinity action.
All right.
Whoa!
So we're seeing two reflectile teams.
Mhm.
However, the positioning. I mean, this is like interesting positioning for Bean. Like he switches reflectile into the midline instead of the backline, while Kwai Wasud is like using the standard formation.
Mhm.
So yeah, what do you think of this?
At the end of the day, if at least Bean can at least get his damage down, he could potentially win with this. Because if the beast can at least get the what they call this, he's on the safe side. Because at the end of the day, you need a beast to at least slash mech in this situation. Could at least burst down the last line. It's
Alright.
the best thing in the world.
Yeah, it's coming in at round 1. So everyone's playing very aggressive, like double Arco on Kwai Wasud. And one Beach. It doesn't have that much value because his plant is faster. However, Bean retaliates with one Cactus and one Cattail, so he was able to draw a card because of that double Arco, getting that value out of his Cattail.
Yeah.
So
with the draws, but the thing is, he didn't really get the cards that he needed for more damaging because he's running a Nutcracker and the hero. Oh, sorry, a double Nutcracker and the hero. Would have loved to see that at least burst down the front line. And
yeah,
isn't this always a dilemma when it comes to our players? They don't get their Nutcracks, they don't get the damage that they need.
Yeah.
Always-
Alright, so I think there we go. Double 173, and okay.
What was? Well,
Okay,
excuse me.
so I think that was enough. Oh, in the card, Bean didn't get value with his Veg Bite because he plays it on the second one. So,
And I don't think the Kotor for Kwai Wasud is gonna do much because
Yeah, so exactly.
it's the same speed of a reptile right now. And
Alright,
he
so
chooses
yeah,
fast.
so we are gonna be seeing a 2v1, ladies and gentlemen. So that's alright. So Kwai Wasud did a double tiny swing,
Ooh.
and that reflex is gonna hurt a bit.
And also with a rock throw. But the
Yes.
thing is, Okay, Bulwark.
Yes, I believe so. They both have the same speed, right?
Yeah, they both have the same speed because that's the standard. If you go down below like 39, it's not going to be a good time as
Right.
well.
So Bean, there's a double nutcracker for Bean. It's both 2
Oh,
1
that's enough.
That will be enough, and that is a GG.
Yeah, like I said, I think at the end of the day, if you can burst down with beast cards, that's going to be it. And looks like Bean's positioning paid off because once you build a wall for your damage dealer to get enough cards, that was basically it because you dealt enough damage. Even though you like spent your energy for the rest of the term, the hero and the double nutcracker really does it for the player, and that dealt the damage that it needed.
Yeah, and mechs have been dominating.
Yeah,
Oh my
dude.
God.
Mix is like the MVP right here because of the damage it shows up, and I see like the players are using it to their potential. Even though there are aquas that did show some light in shine some light in the situation, but still at the end of the day, it's been the mechs that have been dealing the most damage, especially with Twintail, with the puffball, and now we get to see a Nutcracker and Hero.
Also, the positioning is very important for this match. I mean, if let's say if Bean switched his midline to the mech, I think that would be like a different match. See,
that's very true. Actually, it could have been a very different match with how things could go for the players. But still, at the end of the day, it's how they do. And
so,
right now, I think we are going to the game.
Alright, so this is match number 2. Alright, so Kwai this time. He placed his midliner to the back to counter Bean's Bean's backliner. That is a very excellent adjustment on Kwai Wasud's part. So now we'll see how this goes. And it's interesting. This is going to be
very interesting, actually. But still, how is how will the players react to this? I mean, I think it's the first to whoever takes down the wall.
Whoever takes down. As long as you still have like, as long as that midliner is still alive, yeah, that's pretty much GG for the other. Whoever takes down the midline first, yeah.
Yeah, and for Kwai Wasud, he may be using the shield right there. I think it's much better for Bean because of the prickly trap. But then again, if it dies before it even deals damage, what's the point of even running now?
So we're now in round 1. This time Bean gets the value of this Vegetable Bite, stealing 1 energy. That double sandal deals a lot of damage to that plant. Since bug cards are like really good against plants, right?
Yeah, it is. And seeing as it is right now, there are no plant cards for Kwai Wasud, so that plant is basically a vegetable wall right there. And seeing as how Bean is also depleted of cards, he could potentially take this down, or he could pass, depending on the card, to be honest.
So let's just see how Kwai Wasud would answer in round 2.
Seeing as how it is, he could also potentially burst. And
so here we go. This time Kwai Wasud retaliates 1 tail flap.
Critical hit.
Would that be enough? No, that's not enough. Wait, then okay, so Kwai Wasud gets that value from the cattail, but that damage.
Wait, that's enough. Does he get?
And,
he
doesn't get any energy out of that because both of them are the same speed. So right now the energy advantage goes to Kwai Wasud. However, that front line for Bean is still standing, and he gets the value out of the card draw.
Yeah, at least he does. But still, 6 energy, and with all of those cards. But the burst is going to be enough. That burst is enough.
Okay, double Nutcracker, a triple Nutcracker, and an Arco.
Dude, he dies at the same time. With 4 HP left. That's devastating, dude.
So Kwai Wasud retaliates now with 1 tail slap, 1 piranha, 1 Arco, and 1 revenge arrow.
tiny swing with that, but I guess
He's stacking up energy, I believe. He doesn't have that much energy, if you can see. He just needs to deal damage.
Oh, dude, wait, no double.
But double reflect.
Could have at least put one. No, he really wants the energy.
That's one piranha and then one revenge arrow. Is that enough? Oh, that's enough to put on last stand.
Oh, no,
my
double
god,
bulwark.
no!
Oh no,
Oh
sorry.
my
Why was
God.
gonna take this?
So Kwaiwasu is gonna take match number 2. So yeah,
Yeah, I
series
think
one Nemo, one revenge, right? That
I
is
think
pretty
the
much
double
GG.
bulwark was good. But the
Mhm.
thing is, like the damage dealt was really so much right there. I think it was just about the survivability.
Mhm.
Still, like he could have. He didn't get cards for the
Uh,
mix, so at the end of the day, it was the Aqua that won it. So both
mhm.
players are tied right now. I think since the positioning did pay off, I think if both players don't renew their positions, it's fine. It's like it's almost an even match, to be honest.
Yeah, that was really tight.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean,
Seeing as how the players maneuvered their axes, it's going to be really risky. Like switching out, or maybe even sticking with the with the place that they're dealt with. But
mhm.
it's really good, to be honest.
Yeah, that was a good play on Kwaiwasu's part. And
And
yeah.
with both players tied up right now, they could decide to switch out access, like I've said, or they
Mhm.
could potentially switch out even the front line, to be honest. But still,
Mhm.
with the way things go for them right there, I think it was just up to the card draw, to be honest, and
Yes,
also the
exactly.
energy saving.
Mhm.
But still, with the I like how preemptive damage is also a key here, then and there, and it's a good
Mhm.
thing that the Axis have had enough damage. And here
Yes.
we are
So
going
here
into
we
the
are
final game.
into the final game. So right now we're seeing changes from Bean. Anne is running a God mech at the backline,
Oh,
paired
dude,
up
MVP right there.
with paired up with a what's that? It's a dusk. It's a dusk
Uh,
midliner, a dusk poison midliner.
That's
So yeah.
actually, this is really good. This is really a very standard thing to see, as what I've seen from
Mhm.
players also running in rank, because
Mhm.
the Yam is also good for taking damage, and
Mhm.
also Koi Wasud is going to have to predict when he's going to be deflecting damage, but still uh, running. Running a bulwark is so bad, dude. Trying to predict damage. If you panic so much
Mhm.
as to try to deflect
Mhm.
when the god mech is going to jump, oh, dude, you're in
Yes,
for a heck of a time.
yes, it's gonna be mind games for them because with that backdoor potential, it makes you think that you might want to shield up, or it makes you think if he's gonna jump or not, right? So
Yeah,
if
dude.
you don't shield up, it's gonna punish you. So yeah.
It's gonna mess with your head, dude. Like
Yes,
really.
exactly. So round one again, both players
Oh,
played aggressive.
poison.
Round one Yam. Round one Yam is huge, huge value. And leaving leaving Bean's front line with 135 HP, but the 3 stacks of poison and 2 stacks in the midline is nasty. That's gonna okay, and again, Quagosu goes aggressive and again adds another 2 stacks of
Oh,
poison.
another
That's
two
really got him
stacks.
hurt, and I don't think that's enough to remove
Oh, dude,
Bean's plan. It still gets us it's a
VIP.
very, very good brick wall
Oh,
on his part.
MVP 40.
That was a huge, huge play on Bean's
Yeah.
part.
So with the energy that's backed up, I think that it's safe to say that you can at least trigger
Mm-hmm.
more poison and even the twin needle. Wow, I'm surprised Bean is not saving up his cards, banking
Mm-hmm.
for like energy and saving it for more damage.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's very unique. The double bug there.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Okay,
it
so
should.
Bean playing with 1 piranha, and that is still not enough, and the damage wasn't able to pass through. So yeah, that was great value out on Bean's part trying to brick wall, but it didn't get to survive this time. So yeah, double double dual blade. That was like very good. That eliminated mid line. So right now we're seeing again a 2v1 situation.
Oh, dude. At least this is going to stun.
Okay, so double stun and a poison.
But there's nothing to activate that poison, is there? Yeah. Oh no, the twin needle could potentially have done it, but still, oh, that's so much energy.
Unfortunately, Bean doesn't have that much energy, and look at his cards. He has 2 energy, and all he has is 1 Furball, 1 Twin Tail, and
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
Quaiwasuit's got this, I think. Yeah.
right.
Even with that, oh no, oh no,
No,
he
he
didn't do
didn't.
any catapult. Oh no, that's
He
the
did.
okay at the end of the turn.
Yes.
But is that going to be enough? No, Bean could
With
take
a
this.
dual blade. Oh, and
Oh,
that
but
was a huge play
That's
for Bean.
so wrong, dude. Yeah. Looks like Bean actually took it instead of I was cracking on the reflectile to deflect the damage, but you know, at the end of the day, again, it's going to be an MVP mech right there.
Yeah, that was an amazing play. I mean, like,
Mm.
Bean really had to pass during that round because he didn't have that much cards, but he was able to survive. So yeah, congratulations to Bean. That was a really good play. Sick
Yeah,
play.
and with that, I think we are done with round number 4. And I think with that being said, I think we are going to go into a break. But yeah, you know, what a wonderful match that was between the players, and you know, I think we're just going to see potentially. I think the last game will be next game. But yeah, again, guys, don't go anywhere. It's been a lovely few games. With the potentially the next match being the last match. But again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. But don't go anywhere. We're going to on for our last game. I'm Panda User. Together with
And
me is
I'm Carolyn. And yeah, stay tuned. And yeah, we'll see you guys later.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Panda User. Together with me is Karelen. Wonderful afternoon again to you all, guys. And looks like just got word that there will be another match. So this won't be the last match that we're going to cast today. So we're going to stick around for quite some more time, guys. So again, more games, more fun for you all to see here in our matches.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, these players they play their Axies at a very very high level. I mean, like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they're very much skilled. I believe so. They have like high MMR,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, they're pretty good in the game. They know their Axies very well. Then they plan out. They use their cards properly, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
interestingly, the incoming match. I mean, we're gonna be seeing our very first players from Singapore. That's El Momomo, and he's coming up against Paradise from Malaysia, right?
Yeah. Yes, and those are the two players for our second to the last match. And again, we're going to see a more unique set of axes from these players. I guess we could be where we don't have much info on it. We could potentially see the God Aquas come into play again, or we could potentially see more backdoor
Mhm.
shenanigans, especially with standard stuff going on. But still, everything isn't the same. Like everything is like uh, everything changes. At least players are mixing it up. But for some, it's a instead of mixing it up with axes, they're mixing it up with positions. But at the end of the
Mhm.
day, what works, and you know. Uh, Players are just going to have to deal with the adversities that they're put up with, because you know again, players uh, are going to be what the players are going to be handling with.
Mhm. So with all the games that happened earlier, how are you
Mhm.
feeling, Panda?
Oh, I'm feeling great. Like there's always like some unique axes that we get to see. There's some that are yet to be experimented with. But uh with that being said, at least we get to see different mindsets from different countries here in Asia, and it's a
Mhm.
wonderful thing, to be honest. Like you get to see it's either uh what card order these players play, why do they play this, why
Mhm.
do they play that way. We get to see aggression from players as well. Like
Mhm.
do you want to start out strong, or do you want to start out late? And the in the mind of a player, how much tactics do they put out, how much preparation do they really need? That's
Mhm.
something that us as shoutcasters, since we also play at the same time, um
Mhm.
we get to see, is it good to play this right now? Is it better to pass? We get to see tactics in real time, as well as especially for the viewers. If even though if you guys don't own the axis, but at least you get to see mindsets that you should be saving energy, you should be saving cards. There's always
Mhm.
some things that you have to be dealing with, and especially as an audience, when maybe when you get your own set of axes, when you get to play, dude, it's always about predicting things and also being prepared with things.
Yes, I do agree with that. I mean, like, Axie isn't just about like whatever is dealt to you with the cards, you try to play it.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about like yeah, you calculate your enemy's energy if he's gonna pull out a shield, or
Mm-hmm.
if he's trying to steal your energy, you try to use it all up so he doesn't take value. So yeah, there it requires a lot of thinking. Like if you're going to like climb the ladder board,
Yeah.
you really need to think about a lot of things like enemy energy, your own energy, and also the cards. You really have to like take to observe like the card number that's right there on the top right of the screen, so you could see
Mhm.
that if he has like three cards, maybe you can decide to maybe you can pass, or maybe he doesn't have cards, so maybe you can go aggressive. So yeah, I mean, Axie is like very very complex. It makes you think on what you're gonna do next. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, especially with a card game like this, you get to prepare for every situation, or you get to pressure your opponents more because it's always been a thing when it comes to the Axie games that we've seen right now. Even with regards to stealing energy, I think that's the most unexpected play that you really get to see. But
Mhm.
most of the time, it's not really the vegetal. We don't really get to see the vegetal bite. It's been more of the Goda because
Mhm.
instead of stealing energy, you destroy energy at the same time, and also you get more shield than what the
Yes.
vegetal bite
Yeah.
offers. Like vegetal bite is like what 30 to say the least, and it gains like 10% more when it's when it's comboed with
Mhm.
another vegetal card. So at least it's a thing. But still, we've seen mostly the god dusk slash god plants, the front line when I say this. But also we've seen one Nami creation, but eh, it didn't really turn out. It didn't
Didn't
really do
much do a lot.
much. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it just sit there and stood pretty because one Nami creation, and what was that? Prickly? No, it was a mosquito, but
Mhm.
it didn't really do
It was
much.
Scaly Spoon, I
Yeah,
believe
Skinny
so.
Spoon.
Yeah.
It didn't really do much, but still, at the end of the day, we get to see different mindsets and
Mhm.
different preparations from the players.
Yeah, I guess there's not much value with numbing Lucretian these days because
Mhm.
yeah, almost everyone is running range cards. So yeah, it doesn't see as much
Yeah,
value.
dude. It doesn't see as much value. Now that you mention it, most of the cards that we've seen is mostly been range. Like,
Mhm.
what is the percentage of that? Like, let's say 70-30. No, no, no.
Yeah, we
That's
get to
too
see a
that's
lot
too
of
high.
furball. So we get to see a lot of furball. So that's ranged. And then there's also a
The poison, the
furball,
goat.
twin tail, and
Mm-hmm.
then the garish worm.
Yeah,
So
the
yeah,
garish worm.
so almost every cards being played here are like range cards, and yeah,
Mm.
not much. Yeah, even Goda is a ranged as well. So yeah,
I th-
when you mentioned earlier about the Goda, I mean yeah, Goda has a lot more value because if you play the Goda, even if he doesn't
yeah.
have energy,
Mm-hmm.
it ensures that you will get a damage at the same time as has higher shields, right? So if you're playing Visual Bite and he doesn't have energy, I mean that's like rather a very low damage and doesn't get that much value at all. So that's why a lot of pros kind of like prefer using Goda
Mm-hmm.
nowadays. So yeah,
Yeah, but all things considered, what is the most melee thing we've seen?
Arco,
I think Arco. Yeah, Arco, and then the next is Piranha, and
uh,
then like
Dual
what?
Blade.
Dual Blades and Nutcracker. Oh no, sorry, Dual Blades and then Nutcracker. But yeah, I think with that being said, I think we are going into the game, and ladies and gentlemen, here we see it, and ooh, that is a unique
Right.
reptile right there, dude. It has
This
scarab.
is spicy lineup
Mm.
from El Momomo. Yes, and we're seeing again double god reflectiles on both sides. And yeah, midline is pretty much standard for park dice. And yeah, here we go. The god dust, as you mentioned earlier, Panda, is
Yeah,
using. And interestingly, Caterpillar. Caterpillar is like really, really strong for dusts, right?
yeah, because of this one is really one of the unique ones, to be honest, because
Mhm.
it does run a bug part, but at the same time it's also faster, so it really messes up the momentum of
Yeah.
fear.
Yes,
So
and if you notice the speed lineup right now,
yeah,
that I mean, Paradise Frontliner is faster than all of the three axes of Elmo Homo.
yeah, that's true, dude. We get to see right now. I think in all retrospect, I think Paradise is in a good place because Scarab's not gonna do much, but he
Hmm.
may have the wall arco. But dude, Tiny Swing will deal so much more with that, and I think
Hmm.
potentially he could deal, a lot more, especially with the Tiny Swing at the back. So it's
Hmm.
going to be a huge, huge thing for Paradise.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited for the card draws.
Yeah, it takes a while for the card draws to be inside there, but El Momo is going to have a rough time. But also, he does have double Kotaro, so I guess
Yeah.
the damage potential is
Mhm.
there.
Yeah.
Sorry, the energy potential is there because the Dusk is in the front line and they will be getting energy from this. So we can't count out El Momo out just yet.
Yeah. So let's see how the cards play out, and this is gonna be a really interesting matchup.
It is to say the least. But
So
yeah, cards are
here we go.
drawn and
Coming in at
how
round
will
one.
things
Yes, that's
go?
one cattail and one caterpillar. Okay, and then
but energy
Kotaro
game
is
for
a
days.
at good value against 2 energy from 2 Kotaros, and that's 1 cattail and 1 sandal. So
Dude.
Paradise gains extra cards, however, there's not much cards that he was able to draw on his front line, so leaving his front line Dusk at 197. However, his front line Dusk can still play cards because he is faster
Yeah, much
than
faster. He's
most
much faster.
Axies. So yeah, he can still get value out of his front line.
Oh,
So
definitely.
however,
Wow,
so
we chose
however,
fast with it.
however, he doesn't have any cards in his Dusk. So yeah, 1 Revenge Arrow, 1 Arco, 1 Tail Slap, and 1 Piranha. That is not enough to eliminate.
Dude, not
Okay,
enough.
so there's 1 Kotaro. Okay, so that was
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
right. So both of them coming in at round 3, both with 2 Axies. And Paradise decided to pass. And okay, he doesn't have that much cards to play. So yes, with 2 Wall Geckos, that was enough to shut down the Paradise midliner. So right now we're seeing 2 reptiles against 1 reptile on the right side.
Oh, dude, how's he gonna deal with this? 1 bulwark? Oh no, dude.
One.
You could have come out with your gun swinging with a
Yes.
tiny swing.
Yeah. So Elmo Momo now with 2 tiny swings, it deals a very small amount of damage. Okay, so though the Paradise went full reflect on that
Yeah,
side.
he did. But
Yeah, went
is
full
that
reflect.
going to make any difference? Oh, it does? It does?
Yes,
How
it
much
does.
damage? Oh, dude,
There's
122.
222
He's so
damage.
low, though. He's so low.
Okay, so that is now on last stand. So wait, since
Oh.
both of them are like they have the same speed, so this will now depend on how much HP both of how much HP is has. Oh, and a nasty critical on a scaly spoon. Our Paradise still gets to survive. So right now he's going full reflect mode again, but
Oh, both are going full reflex, dude.
yes, both of them are going full reflect. And I believe Elmo Momo is gonna take this match.
Yeah, because more HP and he got
Okay,
to the
this-
back line really quick.
One tiny swing, 1 scaly spoon, and that is a GG. So Elmo Momo takes game number 1.
Yeah, and I think it was really looking good for Elmo, especially during that last turn. But still, I think it is what it is, and that's the hand that has been dealt with. 1-0 is the match right there. I think with how things are going, Elmo could potentially take another game. Potentially, if what do you call this? Paradise doesn't adapt to the situation at hand. To be honest,
Yeah, but that was pretty intense.
It
I mean,
was
like-
pretty intense. Looking at how things were going, I think no players had much, you know, had much misplays. They were okay-ish. Still, at the end of the day, a player can only do so much. It's all up to them also to adapt to the situation given at hand.
And also to the cards. I mean that midliner from Elmo Momo was just able to like melt down the aqua. It just deletes the aqua in just like 4 cards. That was like he couldn't do that much. Even if he plays through that, he's playing through like 2 wall geckos, and that would not be enough to like deal damage or take out that Elmo Momo's midliner. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's all up to the players how they deal with the situation. You're in a 2v1, you're gonna have to adapt. Will this play, or will my enemy, will they try to break my shield? Will they try to break my HP? It's always mind wrecking at that point because,
Mhm.
especially in a 2v1, dude.
Yes. All
Yes.
right. So
We're,
we're hopping into game number 2. Okay, we'll be seeing changes. Oh, and we're seeing for the first time a backline Aqua with a Koi from Elmo Momo.
yeah, but dude, look at that buzzing wind and Serasta. I mean, sorry. Oh, dude, that's so much damage to the armor.
That's a
I wonder how
legendary plant
Paradise gonna
killer.
deal with this.
Yes, that's a legendary plant killer. Yeah. So no
See how
adjustments.
things- Yeah, no adjustments.
No
except
adjustments for Paradise, and Elmo Momo decides to like add an Aqua in the backline.
But no, actually, I think Paradise. I don't know. Okay.
No, Paradise didn't switch. Only
Yeah, I
Elmo
didn't
Momo
switch,
switched up
yeah.
his backline from a Reflectile. He decides to play a Spiky Wing, which is interesting. I mean, Spiky Wing deals double damage to the shield. So this, and also, the pliers, man. This is a very rare sight to see. I mean, like I really don't get to see a lot of Axies using pliers, but pliers deals extra damage to shielded targets.
Yeah, dude, and also. If the buzzing will, the fragile, the target takes double damage as well. Dude, that's such devastation right there. But still,
Yeah.
it has to survive though.
Mhm.
And exceed all expectations possible when
Yes.
it comes to when push comes to shove.
Uh, and yeah, this is a very interesting backline Aqua for Elmo Momo. I am excited to see how it works.
Yeah, dude. At the end of the day, we're just going to have to see, if El Momo comes out on top with this. But still, again, can't count the players out just yet because we're just going to have to see what draws are going to be played in the process.
Yeah.
No, we're just waiting for the players to load in their cards. But still, again, when it comes to the lineup, Elmo Momo's been looking really good right now. If I do say so myself, especially with the lineups. But
Yes,
yeah, we're just going to have to see it
so-
in the game.
So yeah, so here we go. And yeah, Paradise. Yeah, he didn't get that much value with his Goda because doesn't have Elmo Momo used up all his 3 energy, leaving Paradise player does the 180. So yeah, so this time since Elmo has a faster Axie, so he may punish Paradise's frontliner if in case he gets the brick wall. So yeah, it's a huge change. All right, here we go. So you're gonna see player's value, and look at that, 175 damage. Unfortunately, that's not enough to ensure the kill. So yeah, Paradise still gets huge value out of the 3 cards he played, and leaving Elmo Momo's plant to 134. So yeah, both coming in at round 4, both Axies on the front are still standing. So yeah, it's very, very good play for both of them. So yeah, again, there's 1 players and 1 Arco and 1 Tailstop, and I think that's not enough yet to kill. And will there be a follow-up? I believe there's a follow-up Kotaro.
Oh, dude,
And,
energy. That's so good.
Nice!
And-
The huge value. The pass-through
And-
damage is huge.
Yeah, and also the fact
Is-
that Elmo Momo's plant was still
Yes.
alive. At least the what do you call this? The reptile lives to
Right.
see another day.
Look at that, the buzzing wind
Oh,
koi,
that's enough.
and that is enough.
Boom.
Oh my god, that's huge value.
Okay, and now the
Right,
fragile
now,
comes
here we
up.
go. Yes, the buzzing wind is massive. Like with a double tiny, like if you play tiny swing. Okay, so double.
Oh, dude, this is going to
That-
kill it.
No,
It killed it.
it removed.
Killed it. Oh, dude, that's so good.
And there's Spiky Wing and Pliers and the one Piranha. I don't think that will do much damage. And yeah, Paradise topping up with double Kataro, 1 Bulwark.
No,
Alright.
dude, the reptile could win this.
Yes, I believe so. I think flyers would not be enough to that. Those 3 cards would not be enough to take out that reflectile. And I think this is it.
Ooh, reflected, dude. That's so
that
much.
was a GG. Paradise takes game number 2.
Yeah. You know, dude, that was very intense with the reptile. I was giving it to El Momo, but the thing is, I think the other Axies couldn't survive for long, so it wasn't enough time for El Momo to set up his last Axie. So when push came to shove in the 1v1, Paradise came out on top.
The massive play was that, Paradise was able to brick wall and get much value on his front line. So that was the turning point of the game. So when he was able to deal as much damage using his front line, so he was able to chip down El Momo's plant down to a very, very low HP. So that was like huge part. So,
I mean, it was okay for El Momo, but the thing is, couldn't bank on too much cards at least, but still, the point is like it was a good lineup, but at the end of the day, the Reflectile still won it. We saw the shields get devastated there, but when the damage comes reflecting back at you, that's nothing to joke about, dude.
All right, so we're hopping on game number 3,
game, dude, and we're going to go into game number 3. Who is going to take it this time? And any new lineups?
Right.
No. El Momo sticks to it.
Yeah, I believe he has the confidence, or he has faith in his backline Aqua.
I think it's just the timing of the buzzing wind right there. If El Momo can pull it off, I think they have I think they have the capacity to pull it off, to be honest. With the way things go into this match, again, I think for Elmo, it really needs the card draw. But the thing is, it's hard to predict when you want to use the cattail for you to draw. But still, again, it's always being risks. Oh, you gotta live with it. You gotta love it or hate it, but still, there are always risks.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Both of them are like evenly matched. I mean, like these Axies are like pretty good, and then they can fight toe to toe with each other. So if you see on paper, like that backline Axie for El Momo is like really strong. It's a really good counter. However, if you're going to a 1v1 situation, there's no way like an Aqua can like beat the Reflectile in a full HP. So there's like a secret number for when you're dealing with a Reflectile, especially if you're playing Aquas, is you have to at least chip it down to at least 200 HP or below.
Dude.
Because if it's a 492 HP with like say a 208 shield, there's no way a 4-card Aqua can deal with that.
That's true, dude. Because at the end of the day, you're only given so much. So it's up to you on how you have to deal with the facts that are shown with what things are right now. Still, again, you're a player. You have to deal with situations unknown, and you have to keep soldiering on.
Yes, and these players are playing very, very aggressive. I mean, like round 1 aggressions, both of them. If you can see, like double Goda. There's not much value with Goda right now. I mean, like we're not seeing any energy destroyed because everyone's like playing 3 cards in round 1. So this is a very, very much even round 1 for both of them. Coming in at round 2, both having around 200 HPs on both sides for the front line. So El Momo is stacked in his backline cards.
That's true.
So this time El Momo is patiently saving up his backline cards. So, yes, it's able to take out. However, it doesn't have all the energy to burst down the Aqua though. So El Momo, I think he really needs to like take a breather, so that it can burst down the aqua.
That's so true, dude. Like, again, it's always up to the player if they really want to, risk a lot.
Hmm.
Still, I think it's okay-ish.
Yeah. Elmomo has all the cards to break down that midline aqua, but he doesn't have the energy. And still, yeah, Paradise was free firing. Okay, and there's one Kotaro. He gets one energy out of that. And this time,
Paradise passes again.
Yes, he was anticipating the wall gecko, I
Yeah.
believe. So, yes. Okay, so this time, yeah, Elmomo doesn't have that much energy.
I mean,
So yeah, double tiny swing and then double bulwark. That ensures shield. And Kotaro, I believe, yes, he gains one energy out of that. Then it didn't do as much damage. Okay, and there's here we go. The spiky wing. Oh, the spiky wing and the pliers. It deals a lot of damage. That was very good. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so okay, Elmomo, and I think yes, Elmomo's Elmomo.
That's dead.
Yes,
Look at that,
yes, huge play.
Yes.
Okay, so Elmomo takes the game.
Yeah, and with that being said, as long as the midline is alive, just enough for El Momo. Like I said before, he had the setup, and he pulled it off exquisitely, dude. Like, as I was saying that if
He
you
had-
see that buzzing wind combo, dude, it's very devastating, and it was the perfect
He
thing to
had
see.
all the cards, and all he needed is energy. Yeah, as
That's
what I
true.
mentioned earlier, like if when dealing with with the reflectiles, you basically need to chip it down, to strip it down at least 200 HP or below. So Elmo did a good job on that. Like he was able to chip down the reflectile down to like how many HP was that? Around 40 HP. So yeah, it's pretty much a GG. He had a buzzing wind. He had all the cards. He had buzzing wind. He had pliers. And yeah, one piranha. I think that was very much enough because pliers deals 175 damage, and then with the fragile bonus, that's a massive 300 shield breaking damage. So yeah, that was enough.
It was so much, and it was enough as well at the same time. But yeah, again, that was the last match, and that was the last match of that round. But yeah, I think we are going to go into the last round. But again, guys, don't go anywhere as we are going into our last match of the day. Again, I'm Panda User. Together with me is
Caroline, and yeah, we'll see you guys in a few.
All right, and we are back, ladies and gentlemen, for our last game of the day. But yes, I am Panda User. Together with me is Karelen. Thank you so much again, guys, for tuning in and also for all the support. We appreciate you guys very much. And also, as we appreciate the stuff, we also appreciate Kaizen by BSPC, uh, Battles See, AxSEA Games is sponsored by Blockchain Space, the guild hub of the metaverse that enables play to earn guilds to scale in the metaverse. Blockchain Space has recently launched the Kaizen dashboard, a guild dashboard for Axie Infinity guild managers that will aid with thousands of guilds and millions of players in managing their in-game assets in play to earn games, starting with Axie Infinity and branching out to multiple different games in the near future. Head over to app.blockchainspace.asia to sign up today.
Also, yeah, huge shout out to our NFT sponsors too. Board Punk Society, the pioneering and premier Filipino NFT brand with the goal of educating and welcoming the mass to the beauty of crypto, metaverse, and investing. They are awarding today's champions with one of their NFTs. That's huge. Yeah, and what makes it super cool is you get the benefits that come with holding a Board Punks NFT, like such as number one, you get to enjoy the perks and discounts from 75 or more brands, such as Anytime Fitness, Hilton Manila, and yeah, many more. And you get access to exclusive channels, events, and giveaways. Plus, you get connections of notable people in the space, and you can learn and thrive with. Yeah, to learn more about Board Punk Society, head over to boardpunksociety.com.
Yes. And with that being said, also, again, I think we're just waiting again for our games today. For the last game, it's going to be X Classics from Thailand versus Tuan's Z205 from Vietnam. So, again, we're going to see either some unique Axies that are going to be put into play, or are we going to see the same matchups as we've seen from previous games?
Yeah, we're getting to see a classic rivalry now between Thailand and Vietnam. If you notice.
I mean, maybe representatives from all of these countries have been really gunning at each other, but still, it seems it's good competition as well, and we're glad to see that more players have been joining in the scene, and it's encouraging others to follow suit.
Yeah. All right, so we're heading into our game number one.
And we're going to see it right now. And what are the Axies?
Right.
Finally!
Interesting. Finally, someone is playing double Aqua. X Classic, my man. He's playing the standard God Aqua with the Cuckoo, Blue Moon, Piranha, and Koi. And yeah, and interestingly, Tuan is playing the double jumpers. That's the Shrimp Aqua, but his setup is kind of a bit different. We're getting used to seeing the Shrimp in the midline and the Beast at the back line. And interesting, he switched it up. What do you think, Panda?
Seeing as how it is, it's very unique to say the least. But will Ken Tuan's pull it off though? That's the question. Because seeing as how the God Aqua is there, still X Classics is going to have to prepare for the worst as well, because there are two jumping backliners. So it all comes down how the preparation is for him, but also at the same time, it's going to have to be it's either use all of the God Aqua's cards, the Nemo, or punch down the front line this. He's doing it
right now is going very, very aggressive, and I think is that enough? No, I don't think that is enough. So all the energies used by X Classic didn't have that much value with his Cattail though, and leaving Tuan's frontline plant at a very, very low HP, but he does get a value out of that watering can. That's still 2 cards is still not enough, and he wasn't able to steal, but that's a very, very good value out of that plant. he managed to like get one energy off the watering cannon and one energy on Leaf Bug. So that was very, very good on this side. Unfortunately, right, so Twans this time decides to go to the back door, but I think Classic anticipated playing 2 cards, so it wasn't able to finish off. So right now with 2 cards, that is going to hurt the midliner. However, he played Arco, so he is going first in the coming round. So he is going. So it's still not going first. So the Aqua is still going, and that is enough to put it into last stand. So yeah, here's the Furball. All right, so Furball was able to, take out that plant. Fortunately. So yes, with a Koi and a Scale Dart, and here it's 4 cards. I think this is also enough to take out the midliner. Unfortunately, X Classic is gonna go first. So
dude, X Classic.
I think that is GG. X Classic takes the game. My God, that was intense. That was fast and intense.
I could have, if Twans predicted that very well. He could have actually won if he actually went for a double backline, because when you're in the 3rd or 4th round, you expect your opponent, especially with that much energy gain, to at least dish out the backdoor and prepare for it. But unfortunately, at the end of the day, it came down to who won the match, and but still, it's not over yet for Twans. He still has one more game left in his sleeve, and it's up to Classics to continue that streak. So it could be a change up for Twans. He could be potentially be taking out the maybe the shrimp, maybe for something else, maybe a reflector, or going to be a bug, the god bugs right there. Still seeing as how it is, it's up to the players on how they focus on their mechanics and how they focus on the how frequent the match is going to be. I mean, sorry, the Axie lineup is going to be.
Yeah, that was a very good display of skill in both players during the previous match. Yeah, they were playing. Yeah, credits to Twans too for doing that brick wall. So he gets a value out of his plant right there. That was a really good brick wall.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, again, even though if he puts up the armor and the stuff that he needs, it still comes down to the card draw as well. I mean, you could predict so much, but still you could potentially lose some stuff also at the same time. But it was a good lineup for Twans. But still, I think the shrimp was a bit a bit unneeded, but also at the same time, it's actually really nice to see as well. But still, at the end of the day, a win is a win, and it's time to move on to the to move on to the next match, and how else you're going to prepare for your opponent.
Yes, and X Classic's winning condition right there was he was able to use cards and to shield up his backliner Aqua. If he didn't use any card at that backliner during the time when Twans tried to attempt the backdoor, that would have been a different game. Then that would have taken out the backline. So that was really good anticipation. So we're going into round 2. We'll see if there's going to be any changes.
And there are.
Yeah. And X Classic, oh my God, he's running the legendary Hairinator. So Hairinator has a hair dagger in his tail, and the crocodile, and his back. So this is a very, very dominating Dusk during the early season 18-19 way back. And we're seeing Twans switching up too. So he is using a wall reptile. That's a really huge shield. Look at that. It's red ear. And we're seeing lunge. Actually, he's using double lunge. right,
Here's
interesting.
how it is. It's very interesting to say the least. Still, with that damage, also with the lunge,
Hmm.
he could potentially do a lot of damage with this. Also, since he has a Shrimpinator as well,
Hmm.
um, he could catch X Classics off guard as well.
Yeah.
Uh, but again, it's up to the player on how they deal with the situation. To be honest,
Yes.
uh,
Exactly.
still,
Yeah.
things could go either way. I mean, again, to repeat the situation.
Hmm. So
I,
yeah,
I,
we're
in,
going at round one right now. So
mm,
there's one cattail. There's not much value with that because they both pass going into round two with both have 5 energy. So we'll see if Twans will decide to go jump at the back door. I think he has all the cards that he needs to jump, but we'll see if he's gonna do a backdoor play here or is he going to go front.
well, they passed again. Oh, he could go for the
N-
front
No,
instead. Oh,
yeah, I
there we
think it
go.
didn't go. Yes, I think it did go front. So with 3 cards, okay, and
Uh,
then one tail stab, one piranha. Okay, so
and
yeah,
double
I think
cuckoo
X Classic.
damage.
Yeah. Also,
Ooh,
I guess X Classic was anticipating that backdoor. So yeah, the double cuckoo and then air dagger. It deals a massive amount of damage, and then yes, his cattail was enough to take out that X Classic's front line. So right now, moving on, X Classic has a energy advantage going at 4 in the next round, leaving Twans with 2 energy. However, this Twans lineup is like has a very high sustain. So he has all the cards that even if his front line goes down, he has all the shields that he needs.
that's very true.
And if you can see, like Classic doesn't have that much damage. So I think the best way for Classic here is to most probably going to pass right here.
Yeah, that's true. For the ones he needs to really uh, bank up on more cards, especially since the midline is also
Yes,
defense.
so yeah, I believe so. They both decided to pass this time. So yeah, X Classic going in with a tail slap. Will that be enough? Yes, that is enough to take out. And that one chomp did not do much because of that red ear. And he gains double energy. Now he has energy advantage. So that was a very good play
Ooh.
on Tuan's side. Instead of playing 2 red ears, he's just playing 1. So that he has, look at that, as a huge amount of shield. That's 269. I don't think that would be enough to take out Tuan's midliner.
That's true.
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
even with that much, so
Mhm.
he still has the energy. At least he
Yes,
can
yes.
also deal more damage right here. He goes first as well. He double draws and stuns at the same time. But still, Twans is going to be backing up on more cards and energy as well.
Mhm.
Especially since the shrimp is also faster.
Uh-huh.
Cuckoo right
And
there, that's going to
Tuan's-
die.
That's a very perfect. That's a very good card sequence by Classic. He knows his athletes very much. Okay,
Yeah,
so this is going to be 1v1 versus a Herinator. I don't think 4 cards is enough though to take out the Herinator. And
Yeah, and
yes, we'll be
it's
seeing
gravel
a
and it's
Croc, a Herinator, and a double chomp. And I believe so. X Classic is
Yeah,
gonna go
Classic's taking
first.
this, dude.
All right. Oh my God. I think this is it.
That's
There's
that's it.
one chomp and a double cuckoo and 1 croc. Classic takes
Ooh.
the round.
And yeah,
Now,
that was pretty much standard thing. Like dude, that crocodile is really devastating to see as well. It has so much armor, and at the same time, the minus speed meant so much to the world for classics. Just taking that match.
yeah, Herinator has been terrorizing the leaderboards. Yeah, since way back, since season
Mhm.
18 and season 19, and yeah, before. Here's the thing. Before it
Mhm.
wasn't Hair Dagger. Way back, it was a thorny caterpillar. It was popularized. I think it was Biff Chain from CDG,
Yeah, dude.
Criteria Gaming. It was that Axie was like an evolved form of the Terminator. So instead of like
Mhm.
using a snail shell and Mystic Rush, so they switch it up. So having a croc, so you still have the slow potential. At the same time, you get to buff yourself with the cuckoo. So yeah, Biffinators were scary during that time because yeah, Thorny Caterpillar deals a lot of damage like before it was nerfed, right? So
Yeah,
yeah,
and yeah, I guess that's that's potentially game as well. Like, but the thing is, with the caterpillars, it was on the bugs before, if I can recall, because
yeah,
it dealt so much more damage instead of like. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've been seeing like 152 from standard reptiles,
yeah,
and but if it was on a bug, it does like 173 or more.
yeah.
But
It
the
was.
thing is, it was slow. That's the
Mm-hmm.
thing. It was
Yeah.
slower. It was slower than a beast. It was slower than a bird, and especially slower than an aqua. So
Uh,
of course, people had to adapt to the situation, and thus leading to the newborn axes, which is reptiles and dusks.
mm-hmm. Also, the playoffs for Battle Axie will be
Mm.
on the 23rd and 24th.
Of
Uh,
April. Yeah. So again, guys, that's it again for the game. So, for those of you who joined us today, thank you so much again, guys, with everything that's done. Again, guys, as my friend Carolyn here said, it's going to be the 23rd and the 24th of April. But again, I guess that's gonna be it for us. Again, thank you so much, guys. If you're tuning in, give us some love, some support. Thank you so much for the production team for also for their hard work, and give us some love right here. Again, I'm Panda User. You can follow me at twitter.com at Panda User, and also for my friend here, Carolyn. If you have anything to say,
yeah,
you can go for it.
yeah, you guys can follow me at K9Relen on Twitter, and I also stream on Facebook. I stream Axie and yeah, Master Duel if you guys are in it. And again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll see.
and again, guys, with that being said, again, thank you so much. Hopefully, we'll get to see you guys soon. And that's it for us. And again, thank you for AxSEA Games for all these games. Again, for all our sponsors out there. And that's going to be it for us. I'm Panda User together with Miss Carolyn. Again, guys, we'll see you again real soon.